I will never forget that phone call at 3 a.m. 3 days ago. When my best friend called me, she sounded like someone who had just survived a disaster. The first thing she said was, "I lost my baby daddy and my best friend within 24 hours. I was completely shocked. She had been with that man for 4 years. They have a little boy together. She even let him use her car every day for work because he always said he was stressed and struggling in life. But lately, he had been coming home later and later. Every time he went out drinking with his co-workers, he wouldn't come back until 6 or 7 in the morning. No text, no calls, just apologies the next day. Until that night, her mom was watching their son, and she thought finally they could spend some real time together as a couple. She suggested dinner, a movie, even just a walk, but he said, "I'm going to the bar." She's only 20. She couldn't even get in. She softly asked, "Can we just do something together first?" He still walked out the door. From midnight until sunrise. She kept texting, kept calling, watching the clock over and over again. At 5 a.m., she sent one last message. "If you're not home by 7, we're done." 7 came. The door never opened. The next morning, she got into the passenger seat and saw it reclined almost all the way back. Heart dropped instantly because that seat was always hers. Sometimes a woman's intuition knows the truth before the evidence does. Later, she recovered his deleted social media messages, and that's when she saw everything. The girl had been in her car, had kissed her man, and just 3 days earlier, that same girl had smiled in her face and said, "Wow, you're so pretty." In that moment, she said she suddenly stopped crying. She became terrifyingly calm. The kind of calm that comes after your heart finally breaks for the last time. She told him to come home immediately. When she confronted him, he couldn't even speak. He just sat there in silence, like a man waiting for his sentence. While crying, she packed up 4 years of his life into trash bags and called his sister to come pick him up. She told him, "I'm not just kicking you out, I'm cleaning my mistakes out of my house." But the real betrayal was still coming. That night, her best friend showed up to comfort, held her while she cried, told her everything would be okay. Until the next day, when she accidentally saw messages on that friend's phone. His name, over and over again. They had been flirting behind her back long before she ever found out. Even while she was falling apart, they were still talking. She told me at that moment, she didn't cry anymore. Because some pain is simply too deep for tears. She just smiled. The kind of smile you have when you finally let go of people who never deserved you. She changed the locks, blocked them everywhere, held her son tighter and started rebuilding her life from zero. And him. The new girl dumped him. He lost the car, lost the home, lost everything. And that best friend. She became the biggest joke in their entire circle. 3 days later, I sat in a coffee shop, preparing a gift for her. A black backpack. On it were the words, "Faith over fear, walk with courage, strength through Christ." A reminder that she survived the fire and came back stronger. And just as I finished telling this story, she walked through the door. She looked thinner, but stronger than I had ever seen her. "She's here. I need to give her the gift."